Hey, Sunny here, and today I'm going to be talking about me. Yeah, this is just going to be like a little Q&A video. I asked over on my community tab if you guys had any questions for me, so I'm just going to be answering those. And yeah, let's get into it. How did you get into OnStars and Project Sekai? For Project Sekai, it's pretty simple how I got into it. I was already a big fan of Vocaloid, and I have played the Project Diva games to death, so of course the natural progression was to play the new Project Sekai game that was coming out. As for OnStars, there's a bit more of a story for that one. I actually first discovered OnStars through a game called Yume 100 because they had a collaboration together back in 800 BC. Through that collaboration, I downloaded OnStars. But back then, I had only just started learning Japanese, so I opened OnStars and had no idea what was going on or what I was supposed to be doing. So I deleted the game. And then a couple years later, I started seeing people with this guy as their profile picture on Discord. And I was like, that guy's pretty cute. What's he from? Then I realized it was that OnStars game. And I was like, damn, I don't remember him. And that's because Mika didn't exist back when OnStars first came out. But yeah, I downloaded the game again and the rest is history. What did you think about the collab between these two franchises? I thought it was good. It was very big scale for a collaboration. OnStars had an entire event for it. Proseka held an entire paid Connect Live for it. Of course, my personal investment would have been a little higher if Mika was involved somehow, but what can you do? I also really liked the collab song, it was fun. What are some matchups you would have liked to see? Yes, I do wish that we got some more character interactions from this collab. When they announced the Connect Live, I figured that meant they would show more interactions between all the units, but sadly that didn't happen. But yeah, obviously I would have liked to see Rui and Mika. I understand why they chose Natsume and Rui, it's because visually they do look the most alike. But Valkyrie's whole thing is their high art, super stage performance stuff. And I feel like there could have been something there with Rui. Has he seen this? Has he seen the boat that they had for a stage? I can't help but be a bit disappointed that two of my favorite characters ever came this close to interacting, but ultimately didn't. Some other interactions I would like to see is Kanade and Leo, because they have the song making thing in common. Leo's energy is very different to Kanade's, so I'd like to see how that pans out. Another one would obviously be Naru-chan and Mizuki. Then there's Minori and Aira. I feel like these two could fangirl and fanboy out over idols and stuff. Another one that we did kind of get, but also not really, is Toya and Hiro. Personally, my pairing for the collab would have been Toya and Hiro instead of Izumi. They're similar. I think their personalities are similar. We did get the Fragile cover with them together, which is cool. And then some other ones would be Honami and Nikki, Tsukasa and Wataru. It's from a 10-meter radius you would hear these two together. And then Emu and Sora, another very lively duo. Other than Project Sekai and OnStars, what are some other series/franchises that you are a fan of? And what games do you play? Which character in each game is your favorite? Well, like I said, I'm a big fan of the Project Diva series. I have sunk so many hours into those games. Of all of them, I think my favorite is still a second. My favorite game of all time is Nier Automata. It's just a really good game. And I'm also a fan of the Pokemon series. It's where my username came from. And I also just play a lot of Otome games. As for other mobile games I also play Blackstar, and my favorites in that game are Shinju and Heath. And then occasionally I play Bandori. I don't play it as much these days, but my favorites in that are Akko and Lisa. Who is your favorite Proseka character? Who is your favorite Proseka character in each unit? My favorite character overall is a tie between Kanade and Rui. I can't pick between them. And then as for my favorites in each unit, Rui, Kanade, Minori, Saki, Toya. And then my favorite virtual singer is Night Called Miku. Are you a shipper? If so, what Proseka ships do you like? Well, yes, I'm a shipper. My OTP is Kanamafu, but I also like Mizumafu and Ruikasa. And then as for my super rare pair, I'm the kind of person who will just ship my favorites together, regardless of if it makes any sense. So I also kind of ship Kana Rui, and I am sitting here waiting for the day that they get an event together. The day that happens, I'm gonna explode. Like, I already lost my mind when they were on the April Fool's song together, and it was phony. Like, are you kidding me? This was made for me. What are your favorite cards of each character? That's a lot of cards, so I'm just gonna give you guys a montage right here. What's your favorite and least favorite permanent and limited card sets and why? My favorite card set of all time is A Very Ghostly Vacation. I love kind of Halloween themed sets. I know this wasn't a Halloween set, it was the cultural festival, but like it's basically a Halloween set. They just look so cool. And my favorite permanent set is probably Samsa. I love the like photo negative look of these cards. I also really like Ainandes. These cards, I just love how bright and fun they are. And then, of course, a shout out to Jellyfish Rui. My least favorite limited set. I don't know, I've never really thought about my least favorite card sets. Might be the most recent Wonder Show event lim set, because I don't like how Rui looks on the model. Like, look, what did they do to him? I have read the story for this event, so I do know why they look like this. Tsukasa looks cool, yes, but there's not much else going on with these cards. They're just kind of looking evil at the camera. And then my least favorite permanent set? I have no idea. Probably that one where Toya's just wearing a hat. Which cards are your top 3 favorite ones in Project Sekai? Okay, my top 3 is number 3, number 2, number 1. My taste is very obvious when you put these cards together, isn't it? Which character do you have the most cards of? Rui. I have almost all of his cards, I think. What character do you have the worst gacha history with? It's also Rui. I hate this guy. I've basically had to spark every single Rui 4-star that I pull for, and because of that, I have no crystals left to pull for Kanade or other cards that I might want. Favorite original MV, 2D MV, and 3D MV. Does favorite original MV mean for like songs that are in Proseka? Probably Rabuka or Yobanashi Deceive. I don't know, that's a lot of songs to choose from. My favorite 2D MV, this is a recent song, but Nihil-san? The Nihil-san one, I was watching it like, wow, like this is a proper music video. Like it tells a story. But I also like the Bad Apple MV they made for Nightcourt. That one is really cool. And Cyberpunk Dead Boy, because it's illustrated by Lamb and they all look really cool. Then my favorite 3D MV, that's really hard to choose. I'm actually planning to make a series of videos where I rank each unit's 3D MVs. So stay tuned for that, I guess. But overall, I have no idea. Maybe Heat of Normal. I also still really like Bitter Choco's 3D MV, even though it's quite old now, just because it's a Shudo song and I was like ecstatic that it got a 3D MV. And then this is probably a out of left field pick, but I also really liked 3D MV for Buta Ninate, solely because it gives me like really big Project Diva vibes. Like you could take this MV and drop it right into Diva X and it would be right at home. Like it made my Project Diva heart happy to see an MV that was kind of in the style of those games. Len's also just really cute in it. What are some of your favorite Vocaloid songs / producers? My favorite Vocaloid producer is Shudo, but I'm also a big fan of Kairiki Bear, Hiragi Kirai, Tsumiki, Mafu Mafu, Passeria Noma, and Balloon, or Keina Suda. And from that list, you can probably tell why Nightcourt are my favorite unit. They fit my musical taste. And then my favorite Vocaloid song of all time is by none of those people. It's Matryoshka. What songs would you like to see covered by Proseka groups? And or which songs would you like to see added to the game? Oh boy, I could go on about this for hours. I'm very passionate about which songs I think should be in the game. But top of the list, currently my top of the list would be Dream Eating Monochrome Baku, covered by Rui Casa. That's another one of my favorite songs. So I'm just waiting for it to get added. I'm sure it'll happen eventually, right? Another one which would be really cool is Disease Called Love by Neru, covered by Kanamafu. Dude, I would lose my mind. More Hiraki Kurai songs would be cool. I'm especially fond of Mite Mite and Hourglass, but those might be a bit obscure for Proseka. I'm also just waiting for any kind of Mafu Mafu song to be added to the game. The one I'd want most is Jigsaw Puzzle, covered by Nightcord, because I feel like that song really fits Mafuyu. Alice in Ruins would also be really cool. That fits Nightcord really well. And it doesn't just have to be Nightcord either. You could give Ikasama Dance to Wonder Show, or Super Nuko to Wonder Show, or maybe even Momo Jump. There's options, just please put a Mafu song in the game. I think more Utsu-P songs would be cool too. Like, my favorite Utsu song is The Living Ghost Is Alive, and you could easily give that to Vivid. As for songs that I don't think would get a cover, but I still want to see in the game, Mrs. Pumpkin. Don't know how Mrs. Pumpkin isn't in the game yet. And then Sadistic Music Factory. They could do so much cool stuff with the chart for Sadistic Music Factory. But alas, I am still just waiting. What's your favorite color? Blue. What YouTubers do you look up to / are inspired by? I tend to watch a lot of YouTube while I'm like drawing or sewing. So I watch a lot of like long form content like Jenny Nicholson and Izzy's. I also enjoy cosplay videos like Miss Twisted and Simrel. So I'm not sure if I'm like inspired by any YouTuber particularly, but I definitely try to make content that I would want to watch. You know what I mean? Do you consider your channel to be popular yet? If not, when do you think it'll become popular, if ever? In the grand scheme of YouTube, no, my channel is like tiny, minuscule, an atom. But then to me, someone who has been posting stuff online for like 12 years now and never gained any kind of following, my channel feels huge. Like, I was never expecting to even get to 1,000 subs. So the fact it's over that now is like crazy to me. I am used to just posting into the void. And regarding the part about when I think it'll become popular, I have no idea. I feel like my videos are a bit niche, so maybe never, but I don't really care about views and stuff. I just do this as a hobby. So like, I'm content with the current popularity of my channel. What did you dream about doing as a kid? Did any of it come true? When I was really young, I wanted to be a vet when I grew up, but that didn't happen because turns out being a vet isn't just fun and games and playing with animals all day. It's actually a very tough job. And then when I was like 14, 15, I wanted to be a Minecraft YouTuber. And that obviously didn't happen either. And now, I don't know. I don't know if I'd say it's a dream, but I'd really love to be able to illustrate for a Vocaloid MV one day, or just any sort of music video. That would be really, really cool. My art's maybe not at that level yet, but maybe one day. I'll keep working at it. If you want to hire me, email me. How do you motivate yourself to make videos? My main motivator is honestly just that I enjoy making videos. Editing them is my favorite part. So yeah, as long as I'm having fun, I'll just keep making them. The way your scripts are written is quite poetic. What inspires you to write in your style? First of all, thank you. I don't know really. I don't think I'm inspired by anything particularly to write my scripts. They're mostly just like stream of conscious from my brain. But I do like regular creative writing as like a hobby, so maybe that like leaks into my scripts sometimes. What is your personal favorite video and why? My favorite video that I've made is my Omanju ranking. That was a lot of fun to record, and I actually bought that turntable specifically for that video. But if you mean my favorite video in general on the internet, it's this one. And that was all of the questions I was asked. Thank you to everyone who submitted questions. I hope I answered them sufficiently. If anyone else has a question for me, feel free to leave it in the comments. I'll try to answer some. But yeah, thanks for watching and goodbye. Hey, Sonny here, and today I'm going to be talking about my mouth isn't moving.